perfect. Fuck, dude. You should see how much fucking weight I lifted today, dog. And I just walked fucking 5 kilometers in steel toe fucking boots. Straight the fuck up, dude. 5 kilometer walk. And probably more than that, actually. It's no fucking buses. Oh! Why when I take off my fucking boot does my calf muscle get fucking rock hard? It fucking hurts. Damn it! Fuck! Come on, go away! Stop hurting! Fuck! It hurts so bad. Because, oh my fucking god! Oh, you can't fucking smell it. Oh my god! The fucking muscle is hard. It's oh. All that from taking off my fucking boot. I'm not taking off the other one. I'll leave it on until it fucking gets all moldy. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. Oh, I hate that. It always happens. Like either when you fucking wake up in the morning or when you take off a fucking shoe. Oh, that's going away now, but fuck. Holy shit, that hurts so bad. I'm not even sure what that is. I'm gonna look that up. Is it a calf? Back your foot? Holy shit, don't tell me the computer's got nicked really bad. When I take off my shoe, my calf muscle gets hard and hurt. Or tightness from overuse. When your calf muscle hardens and it hurts you when you remove your shoe, it's likely due to some causes, including calf cramps. That's what it feels like. It feels like an extreme fucking cramp. Or tightness from overuse. Include dehydration, dietary advantage, underlying medical conditions. What the fuck? Causes pain and hardness. Yeah, this can be triggered by exercise, dehydration, or no, this can be triggered by fucking. Oh, maybe I have no electrolytes. I haven't drank Gatorade in a long time. Holy fuck, dude. Oh, oh, I fucking gotta just cut my shoelaces fucking off, dude. Holy fuck, man, that hurts so bad. Oh, it's starting to fucking reduce now, but Jesus, I fucking hate that, man. Oh my god, I'm gonna take these fucking laces completely off the boot before I take it off my foot. Fuck that. I'll relace it fucking later. I don't give a fuck. I don't work till Friday anyway, so don't worry about that fish another day. You should have seen the fucking tree stumps I was carrying, dude. They weighed more than me, I guarantee it. They probably weighed like twice my weight. And you should have seen this, probably my max weight. I'm pretty sure. Well, it's because you gotta like hug them and grab them, right? Because they're like massive. You gotta like fucking like hug them and then like bend your knees and squat. You do like a massive squat. Yeah, I'm a fucking machine, dude. Well, I work out every day because no matter where I work, I'm the muscle. No matter what. Concrete job? Oh yeah, they leave me at the fucking site alone and make me lay all the fucking stones. Oh yeah, man. I am the fucking muscle, man. I don't even know what to play. If I should play some RuneScape or some Fortnite. Oh. Well, we made some fucking money today, bitches. Bitches, we made the money, bitches. Look, I'm one of those fucking rappers. Just takes all his money out of his bank account and just fucking bans it out in front of everybody. The majority of it's all fucking like fake money. For film use only. Oh yeah, I need to wash my arms. They're fucking like covered in blood and dirt.
I didn't realize I got a big fucking cut across my chest. I can't show it on. Oh yeah, they're right across fucking here. I have more on my fucking ribs. Fuck, I almost broke my fucking ribs today, dude. That would have sucked. Just hype for tomorrow. Go downtown, feed my boy Cletus. I haven't seen Cletus in a long time. He's alive still. No, I say that every time, and he's always alive. I think he's one of the like protector pair pigeons, like one of the strong ones. Like he protects the little ones. I got some fucking beer, man. Beer, man. Let's get some beer in us, man. Let's see what Donald Trump's saying, dude. What the fuck Donald Trump doing, man? Looks Trump and dump. What's the president of Canada doing? President of Canada doing? Already had it. Fucking, let's get building, guys. Let's be safe. Not just for safety, for safety. Streaming's a very dangerous job. Very dangerous job. What the fuck? Is that Volvadinia? Oh, I was going to say it because her V's like the same. She's pregnant and cheap. Oh god. Oh yeah, I think I want to watch Extreme Cheapskates, but I can't watch it on YouTube. I'll have to watch it later, I guess. Does it feel safe, man? Oh, what was it? Why did I open YouTube again? Oh, see what Trump's saying. Did Trump did? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is he in front of a movie thing? What the fuck? Is he gonna be an action star now? Boom, look at your pussy, mommy, make the music and me dance, man. Bum, 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 bum. Me a real Jamaican mommy come across the river just to dance. Bum, 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 bum. Me real Jamaican mommy come smoking the ganja across the river just to dance. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. My Jamaican, my reggae album. They have like 10 albums on the way. Well, they're not on the way. They've been working on them, but you get the point. This guy turns everything into fucking drama, dude. Oh my god, definitely the drama queen of fucking YouTube by a landslide. I wonder if this name. We can't watch it, but I wonder if there's any new Simo. Like, I'm not going to watch it on that stream. A sexual exploitation of minor. Japan's voyeurism problem. Yeah, that's why they made fucking anime. Because fucking child porn became fucking illegal. So they made fucking anime. Just over sexual. I mean, you could tell it was made to fucking like be like fucking light with softcore fucking child porn. Because fucking it's just like high school. All the girls are fucking high school students, like way over sexualized. Like, it's fucking disgusting. And if one of my friends told me they watched anime, I'd fucking hit it. Because you know that's going to lead to fucking pedophilia or some fucked up thing, man. They get really low. The anime kids get really fucking lonely. Then they buy an anime body pillow. Then that's not doing it for them. And then that exaggerate. It goes higher. Like it goes up the ladder. I mean, there's only so many times you can stick your dick in a fucking blow up anime doll or an anime body pillow, right? I mean, that's why I say the Catholics. I'm like, leave the fucking kids out of it. Like, come on. Like, anime would probably be cool if it wasn't over sexualizing high school girls. Fucking church might be dope if they weren't fucking raping children and manipulating weak people who can't make their own choices in life. Caroline! Press conference, let's go. I got everything to stream. Oh! No, fucking weird.
What we have seen transpire in Los Angeles, California in recent days is shameful. Left-wing radicals waving foreign flags viciously attacked ICE and Border Patrol agents as well as Los Angeles police officers. These criminals injured police, threw rocks at police cars and officers, burned vehicles, shut down
Why is nobody
streets,
fucking
and lobbed
arresting these
Molotov
guys then?
cocktails. All because the Trump administration was removing violent, criminal, illegal
Yeah,
aliens
because it's all the
from the city.
fucking illegals
These
protesting,
attacks were
dude.
aimed not just at law enforcement, but at
Try to kick
American
their families
culture
out.
and society itself. Rioters burned American flags, chanted "Death to ICE," and spray-painted anti-American slogans on buildings.
Well, get the
But
fuck out of
President
America
Trump
if you don't
will
like it.
never allow mob rule to prevail in America. The most
Rebels
basic
in
duty of
Canada.
government is to preserve law and
Fuck,
order.
dumbass
This
fucking. What are those
administration
terrorists called
embraces that
from
sacred
Iran?
responsibility.
Palestine shit.
Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass shamefully failed.
Yeah, they
to
burn
meet
Canada
their
flags all the time.
obligations to
Canada
their
government does
citizens.
nothing at
They
all.
didn't have the courage to do the right thing and protect law-abiding Californians from rioters. That's why President Trump deployed the National Guard and mobilized Marines to end the chaos and restore law and order. The mob violence is being stomped out. The criminals responsible.
Good. Hopefully a
will be
Molotov
brought
cocktail
to
sets a
justice.
fucking forest
And the
fire
Trump
over there and burns down all their
administration's
fucking
operations
houses.
to arrest illegal aliens are continuing unabated. When the initial immigration enforcement actions took place on June 6th, Mayor Bass took to social media to say she was deeply angered by what had taken place. Mayor Bass then embarked on one of the most outrageous campaign of lies this country has ever seen from an elected official, blaming President Trump and brave law enforcement officers for the violence. She accused heroic American immigration and customs enforcement officers targeting illegal alien murderers, rapists, and pedophiles of, quote, sowing terror in communities and disrupting basic principles of safety in our city. Around the same time, Governor Newsom claimed that immigration enforcement actions were causing chaos. That's how radical Democrats have become. Their opposition to President Trump has forced them to side with illegal alien criminals in their communities and violent rioters.
So what, is this
and
Trump's
looters
wife? Why is she always
over law
why is she always
enforcement
talking for
officers
him?
who are just
Is this Trump's
doing
new
their
wife?
jobs. Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom fanned the flames and demonized our brave ICE officers. Instead of defending their city and their state, Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom claimed that in order for the riots and the violence to stop,
Crazy that
ICE
she's only
needs to
28.
leave
She looks like
and
she's in her
immigration raids
40s.
must end.
She holds a lot of weight in her
other
face.
words, the position of the Democrat Party is that the federal government is not allowed to enforce our laws and to arrest and deport illegal alien criminals. They're attempting to use a violent mob as a weapon against their own constituents to prevent the enforcement of immigration law. This is deeply un-American and morally reprehensible. President Trump received a clear mandate from voters to reverse the illegal invasion ushered in by Joe Biden's open border and to end the lawlessness represented by Karen Bass in Gavin Newsom's California. President Trump promised to carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history,
Yeah, it needs.
and left-wing riots will not deter him in that effort. Sanctuary cities and states will no longer be allowed to shield illegal criminals from deportation.
Yep.
Just take a look at some of the illegal monsters who were taken off the streets in Los Angeles in recent days. A Vietnamese national, a known gang member with a conviction for second-degree murder. A Mexican national with convictions for child molestation.
And people in LA want these people in their fucking communities. They don't give a fuck. They're protesting because they want these people to stay. Like, what the fuck?
With convictions of rape, assault, burglary, and theft. A Mexican national convicted of statutory rape.
Fuck. Why is my computer so shitty now? Grace is just watching YouTube videos.
And hit and run. A Nicaraguan national
Alright, too
with
much
convictions
streaming,
for
man.
domestic violence and hit and run, and a previous arrest for willful.
Oh man, if I
proceeding
keep
to a crime.
grinding all summer long, I'm not gonna
And
be able to
an
afford a
illegal
computer.
alien from Mexico
If I
who
keep
was
working these
arrested
3
after
jobs all
allegedly
summer
throwing a
long.
Molotov cocktail at law enforcement officers during the Paramount riots on Saturday.
Attempted
He is
murder
now
on
being
an
charged
officer.
with attempted murder. Law-abiding American citizens do not want these public safety threats living in their communities, no matter what Democrats like Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom may claim. And let this be an unequivocal message to left-wing radicals and other parties.
Yeah, the judge is going to
who are thinking
destroy that
about
fucking guy.
copycatting the violence in an effort to stop
He's throwing
this
fucking
administration's
Molotov
mass
cocktails at
deportation
fucking
efforts.
cops and
You
shit,
will
dude.
not succeed. Any lawlessness will only
I hope the
strengthen
cops
this
fucking beat
president's
the shit out
resolve
of
to
him.
defend the majority of Americans who want to live their lives peacefully, free from the fear of violent, criminal, illegal aliens. As President Trump said, order will be maintained and illegal aliens will be expelled from our country. In economic news, the latest Consumer Price Index inflation report came in today below expectations again. Since President Trump took office, inflation has come in below economics expectations every single month.
Fuck, I wish Canada could
Core
say that.
inflation held steady and remains at the lowest level since March of 2020.
I mean, Trump winning did fucking help Canada a lot. Because gas went down by like 50 cents ever since Trump fucking won. It's crazy, man. And Canada's trying to take fucking credit. Like, oh no, they cut the carbon tax. Like, right after Trump wins, this new fucking shitty ass prime minister from Europe is going to try to take fucking credit. Like, what a scumbag, man.
The average private sector worker is on track to see their real earnings increase by around $1,200 adjusted for inflation. And prices continue to fall for everyday Americans. Energy prices fell from April to May. Gasoline has fallen each month since President Trump took office, down 12% over the past year. And prices for meat, poultry, eggs, and fish are all down from April to May.
Fuck,
as
I
well.
wish fucking
Under
Canada's worse,
President
man. I
Trump's
want to fucking
leadership,
carton of
America is
eggs.
beating Joe Biden's record
Need
high
some raw
inflation
eggs.
crisis. And once the one big beautiful bill
I wonder if I can eat a whole carton of raw
economy will
eggs and
boom
like on like a video for like a
This
challenge.
bill is the largest tax cut
I
for
think I might die,
middle-class
but
Americans in history. The one big beautiful bill.
I
is a
usually take like 2 in the
15%
morning and
tax
2
cut
at
to working Americans and families will see
or, like,
increased
after
take-home
work.
pay of $10,000 per year. The one big beautiful bill expands the child tax credit to $2,500 for more than 40 million American families with children. And the one big beautiful
So what,
bill
you get
cuts
money if you're
taxes
the
for
kid?
overtime workers,
Oh, that's why
saving them
fucking
nearly
rednecks have like 20
$2,000 per
kids.
year, and ends taxes on tips, saving tipped workers nearly $2,000 per year as well. All of these provisions are broadly popular with an overwhelming
Yeah,
support
Elon Musk is
from the
just
American
fucking.
people.
He's just
We
going
need
off on
Republicans in
Twitter.
Congress to finish the job and send the one
And he
bill
fucking has
back
his
to
thing on
the
Twitter so
Senate.
everyone
That's
sees his
supporters'
fucking
signatures.
post that's on his main page.
With that, we'll get to questions. I'm sure you have many of them today. Here in our new media seat is Elizabeth Mitchell, the White House correspondent for the Daily Signal, who's not afforded a seat in this room, but today she is. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Caroline. I have 2 questions, if it's okay. First, a few Republicans on Capitol Hill
shit.
are suggesting that President Trump
Damn.
should scale back deportations, even as ICE
Who the fuck's that shorty, dude?
in 5 more Democrat-led areas. Would anything just
Damn.
Trump, and would he consider sending in Marines if anti-ICE violence occurs in these cities?
Well, I think I may have just answered both of your questions with my opening monologue. The Trump administration is going to continue the mass deportation.
If she can
effort
get it,
that the
dude. If I was there,
president
dude, I'd be
promised
hollering at that girl,
Many
dude.
of you were at those rallies in cities and communities across the country when the
Yeah, if I was in that room, dude, I'd
about
I'd
his
get to
commitment
be getting that
to
girl's
removing
number,
violent,
dude.
illegal
Straight up.
criminals and anyone
Not really
who's
into
breaking and
blondes,
broken
but
our nation's immigration laws from American
blondes are like really
communities.
stupid,
And God
but
bless our ICE and Border Patrol who are working hard on that effort. This administration is going to continue that. And it's part of the reason we do need the one big beautiful bill to pass as well, may I add, because the bill provides funding to hire more ICE agents and Border Patrol agents, more personnel on the ground to conduct this important public safety work.
bomba clutch, yeah, pussy, man. We can make the music and we dance, man. Real bomba clutch, real buster, man. Real buster, man. Real bomba clutch.
Should be investigated for potential crimes. Do you think that Biden allowing or at least negligently unaware of this activity was an impeachable offense?
I haven't heard the president address whether it's an impeachable
Yeah, my
offense.
son,
It
dude.
could perhaps be a criminal offense, especially on behalf of staffers who may have been utilizing the president's signature without his authority or consent. I understand that Republicans on the Hill are moving in the right direction to call attention to this and to bring in some former White House staffers who clearly knew more than they ever shared and never addressed with the American public. And so we look forward to seeing where this investigation continues, and I know the Department of Justice is also looking into the matter as well. Alex, good to see you today.
Good to see you, Caroline. Thank you. You mentioned foreign flags being blown during these protests. There are protest activities being organized for this weekend. Part of it are Democrats saying they want to reclaim the American flag. It's also being titled No King's Day. Does the president see himself as a king, and does the White House expect to see
here.
American flags being
Fuck that hurt.
being flown during these protests this weekend?
The president views himself as the president of the United States of America. This is a constitutional republic, and we want to see all of our citizens be proud of the country in which they are given the privilege and the blessing to live. And I think that those images of foreign flags being waved with, by illegal criminals and by violent rioters in the face of cars blowing up and of flames in the city. I have photos of that here to show you. With this violence and destruction that occurred, is an image that Governor Gavin Newsom owns. This
Running a
is his city,
sniper on a
and
building,
President
just
Trump
shooting
saw
these people that are
images
shooting
and
the
said
fucking
that's not
cocktails
something
here. That's
we
going to
can
scare
tolerate,
everyone.
and hence why he deployed the National Guard and United States
Like if a
Marines.
sniper's on
to
top of a fucking
control
building
that.
and you can see if somebody
Right, that's
shoots,
another-
throws the fucking Molotov
if the
cocktail, they
president
shoot
does end
them.
up deploying,
Everyone's going to be, no one
any
else will throw one,
National
everyone's going
Guard
to run.
members, perhaps Marines to blue states, would he be in contact with the governors
I
prior
think
to
the
this?
sniper would be allowed to
Would
do that
necessary?
because they're attempting to
President
kill a
Trump was in
cop.
contact with Governor Gavin Newsom, despite some of the claims he's made in the last couple of days. The president called the governor on Friday evening and told him to let law enforcement in California do their jobs. And the Los Angeles Police Department, by the way, are fantastic people. They are trying to do the work that they've so bravely signed up to do, to enforce the law. But they have been kneecapped by incompetent Democrat policies and Democrat politicians who do not allow their local law enforcement to correspond and coordinate with federal immigration authorities. And so the president gave Gavin Newsom a warning and said, get it together. 24 hours later, we saw more images like this. We heard about Border Patrol agents who were being the target of rocks. These illegal criminals were throwing rocks at our Border Patrol and ICE agents. And so the president made the decision to federalize California's National Guard. Stephanie.
They just picks girls. She just picks girls, dude.
Formally sign the trade deal, and if so, when? Secretary Lutnick sort of alluded to the fact that it might be in a couple of days, but curious if there's anything more specific to read out.
Sure. I do have more specifics for you. I spoke to the president about this. He spoke to his trade team, who did a fantastic job negotiating this on behalf of the United States and meeting with their Chinese counterparts. The president is talking
that Canada's
about
Prime
the
Minister?
details
It looks
now.
just like
But
him.
What the president heard, he liked.
What the
China
fuck?
has
Why is
agreed
this
to
asshole
open their
here?
markets to the United States separately of this deal. And when it comes to this deal, we're going back to the terms that were agreed upon in Geneva for the release of some of those critical minerals and the magnets from China to the United States. And we have agreed to fully comply with the Geneva Agreement as well. So the president is reviewing the details of that with his trade team now, and you'll hear more from him, I'm sure.
And then the second question, on tariffs, Secretary Lutnick suggested that the tariffs would remain unchanged with China. I'm wondering if there's any room for them to negotiate even more, or if this is the floor.
I won't get ahead of any further negotiations. We're in a great place right now, and I would add that this is the result of a lot of hard work from the president and his team, and the president has a good and respectful relationship with President Xi, and as you know, they had a direct conversation which led to this success that the president announced on Truth Social this morning. JJ.
On North Korea, has the president tried to resume dialogue with Kim Jong-un? There's some reporting that the president sent a letter and tried to give it to Kim Jong-un through some North Korean diplomats through the UN, and they declined to take it and send it to Kim Jong-un?
The president remains receptive to correspondence with Kim Jong-un, and he'd like to see the progress that was made at that summit in Singapore, which I know you covered in 2018 during his first term. As for specific correspondence, I'll leave that to the president to answer. Sure.
I want to smash.
Jimmy Lai, as you know, is pro-democracy.
Oh, she picked a guy, huh?
Kansas,
Okay.
sitting in solitary confinement in Hong Kong as we speak. His family believes he may be close to death. Did his name come up, Jimmy Lai's name come up in these negotiations with China?
Not to my knowledge. I understand the negotiations were very much focused
Chinese
on integrating an
solitary
economic
prison.
relationship with China.
Does the president
They probably
believe
actually
he
make
can
people
free
fucking
Jimmy Lai
solitary.
from prison?
I'll check with the president. It's certainly an important issue, and
So
I'll get
it's-
back to you.
Thanks, Caroline. The president said yesterday that paid insurrectionists were behind or involved in the protests in Los Angeles. Does the White House have any more details about who they believe is paying these
Yeah,
protesters?
the president spoke about this last night when he returned from Fort Bragg, because frankly the president has a lot of common sense. And if you look at some of the imagery that we have received from the Department of Homeland Security and ICE and law enforcement who are on the ground, you will see boxes and boxes of very professionalized masks and rioting equipment being dropped off for these protesters.
Ooh.
So it's a good question the president is
And
raising, and
somebody's
one we're
funding
looking
it.
into, about who is funding these insurrectionists and these rioters and these protesters and these illegal criminals. And I have updates for you on the numbers, by the way. Since June 6th, There have been 330 illegal aliens that have been arrested as part of these riots in Los Angeles. 113 of those illegal aliens had prior criminal convictions. And overall, and this includes arrests of American citizens, there's been 157 people arrested for assault and obstruction-related charges, including the attempted murder of a police officer with a Molotov cocktail. So who is funding these illegal aliens who are coming in with this very professional riot gear? It's a question everyone in this room who
By the
cares about
cartel.
the truth should be asking. And we encourage your help in trying to get to the bottom of that question. Indeed.
Thank you, Caroline. About Elon
Maybe it's Elon Musk.
issued an apology this morning. Has the president accepted the apology, or does he think it's too little, too late?
The president acknowledged the statement that Elon put out this morning, and he is appreciative of it, and we are continuing to focus on the business of the American people.
And has the administration started a review of Musk's government contracts, something that the president said he's considering?
What do you mean by that?
Has the administration started a review of the contracts that Musk and his companies currently have?
No efforts have been made on that front as far as I'm aware.
And just one more, if I may, on just everything sort of we've seen so far with the president's response to the LA protests. There is criticism that seems to suggest that the president responded the way he did because it was a deliberate, calculated attempt to sort of shift focus away from his feud with Musk. How would you respond to that?
The president responded to the LA riots, condemning the violence
from Musk.
It's an incredibly disingenuous attack. The president saw images of Border Patrol and ICE agents being hailed with rocks and Molotov cocktails. He saw vehicles being burned to the ground with illegal aliens flying foreign flags, and that's what prompted the president to have this response that has clearly worked, because last night in Los Angeles you didn't see many of those images. And I would add the governor and the mayor need to actually do more. I know Gavin Newsom had a big address to the nation last night. I guess he thought that's what it was for maybe his future political ambitions, but he spoke a lot of words. We haven't seen action. California has been a mess for years because of the incompetence of Gavin Newsom, so the president was responding to that only. Caitlin.
Two questions for you.
Yeah, California sets on fire and they want everyone else to
Sent
fucking
a memo
help.
to the Pentagon asking Secretary
But when everyone else wants their help, they don't give a
have
fuck.
and direct the military that's on the
Fuck it,
ground
just
in
let it
LA
burn.
to arrest and detain
Throw
what
Taylor
she said were
Swift in it, too.
lawbreakers. Is the president okay with that? And under what authority would the members of the military be able to arrest people inside the United States?
I can't speak for a letter that came from the Department of Homeland Security. I can't speak for the president and what's currently happening on the ground now. And as you know, the president federalized the National Guard under U.S. Code 10, which he has the authority to do. And our United States Marines and the National Guardsmen and women who are on the ground right now are helping to create a peaceful environment for ICE and Border Patrol, who were being, again, hailed with rocks, who were being violently and viciously attacked. They needed reinforcements, and so our United States Marines who are on the ground are providing those reinforcements to ensure the environment is peaceful so that these raids and deportations can continue.
He can't actually arrest people unless he invokes the Insurrection Act, which, I mean, seemingly was not something that was in Secretary Noem's memo, a clear distinction she did not make there.
Again, you're trying to conflate a letter that was sent to the Department of Homeland Security to the president's legal authority. The president understands the legal authority that he invoked, and that's the current situation right now.
When it comes to federalizing the National Guard, what is the specific criteria that the president is using for when he's deciding to do that, and in which states?
The president was asked and answered this yesterday. He wants to see an end to the chaos and the violence. He doesn't want to see law enforcement officers being attacked. He wants to see peace. He wants law-abiding Californians to be able to bring their kids to school, to be able to go to work without seeing this violence in the streets. That's what the president's hoping for, and that's why he's taken this action. John.
Thanks a lot, Caroline. Two questions on two separate topics. One has to do with the military parade taking place here in Washington this weekend. There's a lot of security around the White House complex, around the Capitol complex, even along the tidal basin. Is that just proactive? Are you expecting anything in particular in terms of unrest like we've seen in Los Angeles?
These are proactive security measures to protect those marching in the parade, many of whom will be veterans and our brave men and women in uniform and Gold Star families. There's going to be military families from
What's a
around
Gold
the
Star
country who are
family?
flying into this parade. And of course, it's to protect the spectators who will be
I guess
enjoying
everybody in the
this,
family's in the army.
incredibly patriotic show on Saturday, and I hope you all join us there.
And then secondly,
On Saturday,
Secretary
nice.
Pete Hegseth testified on the Senate side of the Capitol today,
Yes.
and he was asked about America's, the administration's view of Vladimir Putin's intent.
Yeah, Canada would have
Specifically, he was
fucking,
asked whether or not his intentions
National
go
fucking
beyond his
Palestine Day
territorial
before they
divisions, go
fucking celebrate the
beyond
troops. I
Ukraine.
guarantee fucking
When
to
that
celebrate any of the
question
war
was posed to
victories.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General
Yeah, doesn't give a
King,
fuck.
replied that he does believe that his territorial ambitions go beyond Ukraine.
Majority of our
But
fucking
Secretary
residents
says
don't even know
clear
anybody,
his
like,
own.
aren't even from Canada,
How does the
so
president view
they don't
this
give a
issue?
fuck about the
The
war.
president has spoken on this. He said, as he calls it, he believes Ukraine was
All the
raised
Canadians
the
left to
apple
move to
of Putin's
America.
eye, and he made
That
it very
fuck
clear
is,
to
dude.
Putin in his first term not to
Borders
invade
are always
Ukraine.
open,
Putin
dude.
didn't
Can't get
invade
into
Ukraine
any other
because
country.
President
Come to
Trump's
Canada, we'll
peaceful
take you.
foreign policy agenda and the effective deterrence
Can't get into America?
policies that he
To
implemented
Canada,
in
we'll
the first
take you.
term. Unfortunately, because of the weakness and
Bring your whole
incompetence of the
family,
previous
we'll take you.
administration, Vladimir Putin made the decision to invade Ukraine, and now we have this brutal war which the president is working very hard to end. Jasmine.
Thanks so much, Caroline. The president warned that any protests on Saturday would be met with force. Can you clarify what kind of protest President Trump does support or find acceptable?
The president absolutely supports peaceful protests. He supports the First Amendment. He supports the right of Americans to make their voices heard. He does not support violence of any kind. He does not support assaulting law enforcement officers who are simply trying to do their job. It's very clear for the president what he supports and what he does not. Unfortunately for Democrats, that line has not been made clear, and they've allowed this unrest and this violence to continue, and the president has had to step in.
So if there were peaceful protests on Saturday for the military parade, President Trump would allow that?
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid
Peaceful.
question.
They aren't peaceful, though.
Thank you so much, Caroline.
What a stupid question.
Raquel, and then I can go to you, Francis. Go.
Thank you so much, Caroline. I have two questions. One about Israel. Yesterday, the U.S. ambassador to Israel said the U.S. no longer is pursuing the goal of an independent Palestinian state. Can you confirm that the president is no longer supporting a two-state solution? And is President Trump considering diplomatic action against countries who takes action against Israel during next week UN conference?
Right now, the president views the situation in Israel and Gaza as deeply unfortunate and needing to end. And the president is realistic about the current state of affairs in this region of the world. And that's why the president
I mean, you got
said
two nations that just
number
let
one
the fucking
focus and
fight
priority
cause
of the
shit.
administration is to release all of the hostages
And it's
from
a bunch of
Gaza and
assholes.
to end this conflict as soon as possible. The
Cause shit with
administration is
anyone.
still pushing very
Fucking
hard for the
Israel's
release of all
fucking
hostages.
assholes. They'll cause shit with
And
fucking
as
any single
for
person they
what
see.
happens next, clearly Gaza is an uninhabitable place. It needs to be rebuilt with the help of our Arab partners, and the president wants to see that happen as well. Take a couple.
Boy, nice Jewish people are the people that are converted.
President Trump is traveling there on Sunday. Other presidents beyond the G7 leaders are also going. President Lula
They're
from
converted to
Brazil,
Hebrew,
President
whatever the
Sheinbaum
fuck they
from
say it is.
Mexico, and President Zelensky from Ukraine are also going. Do you have confirmation if President Trump is meeting any other leaders on the sideline of the G7?
Yes.
To know about the Lula engagement in Lula.
I can confirm there will be quite a few bilateral meetings between the president and other foreign leaders. The White House is still working very hard to find
They fit as many people as they
and
could
we
in the
will
room.
provide that for you as soon as we have
Holy
it.
shit.
Thanks, Caroline. Just back to the China trade deal.
He remembers- she remembers all their
The
names.
Status of the export controls that the U.S. imposed, are those no longer being imposed?
We are fully complying with the Geneva Agreement. Go ahead. Sure.
Thanks, Caroline. One foreign question for you and one domestic. The foreign, the president, of course, has said he would lift sanctions on Syria. Is there an executive order coming along soon to go do that? And is the president planning to try to get involved in any kind of a peace agreement between Israel and Syria that would disengage those two?
To the best of my knowledge, the Treasury Department took action after the president made that announcement in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Sharon,
On the domestic
Kevin,
side, you were just asked about the First Amendment rights issues. In the president's comments yesterday,
It's
though,
30 degrees
he just
outside
said
today, too.
protesters
I
would
slept
be
so
strongly,
much.
dealt with. in your list before you referred to insurrectionists, rioters, and protesters together. Obviously, they're quite different from your earlier answer. I'm struck by the fact that the president has not at any point said the most important thing here is to protect the First Amendment rights of peaceful protesters. So I'm wondering, where in his hierarchy of interests does he place that? Is the First Amendment protection the most important? Is stopping violence most important? Why is he not out saying all peaceful protesters will be protected?
I think two things can be important at the same time. And the president, as I just answered, supports the right of Americans to peacefully protest. He supports the First Amendment. But that is not the majority of the behavior that we have seen taking place in Los Angeles. We have seen mobs of violent rioters and agitators assaulting law enforcement officers, assaulting our federal immigration authorities. And we have seen, as I said, this goes back to what this administration is trying to do and accomplish, and that's enforcing law and order in our nation's communities. And it's removing public safety threats from communities in Los Angeles.
You're saying the majority have not been peaceful, the majority have been violent.
I just read for you the arrest numbers. We've arrested nearly 400 illegal aliens alone, just illegal aliens who have been arrested in these riots since June 6th, since they began.
Thousands of people on the streets.
Yeah, and we've had hundreds of people who have assaulted law enforcement officers. Are you saying that that's that's appropriate behavior?
No,
Are you
no,
saying
I'm not
that
saying
the
that at
president
all. I'm
shouldn't
just
take
trying to
action?
figure out-
The Democrat governor and the Democrat mayor of Los Angeles have failed their citizens. And the majority of Americans, the majority of Californians, do not want to see law enforcement officers being assaulted in the streets. And thankfully, the president took action and stepped in to protect our federal law enforcement agents, to protect federal buildings, to protect the federal mission of deporting illegal criminals off of our streets. And that mission will continue every day as far as we're concerned. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys, just walks the fuck out. I guess she just talks until she has to take a piss or something. Thank you guys.
But we're hearing that there are a number of donors who are stepping forward to pitch in and make a difference.
10 billion. I bet Melania's dress was like 20 grand. Wow, we can't even hear it that good. It's just buzzy. Alright, we'll watch Kennedy talk. It's funny watching him talk because it looks like he's having a stroke.
My name is Brooke Rollins. I have the great honor of being in President Trump's cabinet alongside my friend, Secretary Bobby Kennedy. We have some incredible guests today, the governors of Indiana and Arkansas, who you're going to be hearing from, and of course, our great congressman from Indiana. But let me just start with this. Today is a great day for American taxpayers and for the people of Indiana, Arkansas, Idaho, and Utah.
Use a hoe.
It's a sad fact that over
Idaho.
75%
Use a
of
hoe.
American youth between the ages of 17 and 24 are ineligible for military service because of obesity, poor physical fitness, or mental health challenges. Think about that, 75%. Over 350,000 American children have been diagnosed with diabetes and autism
Jeez.
spectrum disorder.
They're putting something in the water.
31 children by the age of 8. As the Maha moms in the room and those listening know, and I consider myself one of those with my 4 teenagers you can see on the wall. As the Maha moms in the room and otherwise know, behind these statistics are moms and dads, sons and daughters, neighbors and coworkers. I have long said, along with our president and others, that agriculture is at the core of the solution. American farmers produce the best, the safest, and the most affordable bounty in the history of the world. Since my confirmation, this department has encouraged
I think that's all we could probably watch for copyrighted, but. No, here she's again.
Thank you. And on another topic, President Trump has indicated that aides to former President Biden who used the auto pen to sign major orders and pardons should be investigated for potential crimes.
I didn't see this one. There's interest with the construction workers about flagpoles. Hey, fuck this grass. Why couldn't you have landed her up closer? That secret security there just lurking. The chick too, dude. Holy crap. Look at secret security, dude. Fuck. They look at him like every 5 seconds. He's watching his back, and he's watching this guy. So they just drove through here to show it off. Looks like he's trying to do a drug deal or buy like coke or something. Like, hurry the fuck up, dude. You said the coke's already here. And wait, I just got here in my helicopter. Like, hurry the fuck up. Bring them all out here. Alright, do these guys sell coke? Yeah, what up, Trump? We sell coke. What fucking time? You guys been slacking. I'm sorry, President. Oh. That's why we just watch them talk to him, dude? There's no fucking audio? I mean, I guess the title's true. You do watch him talk to them. Right? The title is true. We got part of this.
America Act, a bill that provides every child with a $1,000 seed investment account at birth. This is a straightforward step with enduring
I wish I had missed it.
benefits. Following your inspiring lead, Mr. President, Dell Technologies will match.
Oh yeah, this one was in just lags like shit. They uploaded it horribly. Oh, this is the same thing. Yeah, this is the same thing.
Patriots like.
And was the best of the world.
Okay, so you think a deal could be reached with the EU and.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Extreme Cheapskates on Kick. Yeah. That's my move right now, dude. I'm going to watch some Extreme Cheapskates, dude. I can't stream it on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube, go to Kick. Oh. Yeah, go to Kick, guys.